welcome to Josh's Garage. Today, toilet repair. So we have this toilet, this lovely thing right here, and I have tried everything. Let me just show you the evolution of the attempts here. So we tried plunger number 1, we tried plunger number 2, we tried the snake, and then we've also tried the Johnny Jolter, which nothing has worked. We've also tried the dish soap attempt that has been so popular on the internet. It's basically where you put hot water and dish soap down the drain, and I use the Johnny Jolter. I can get water if I force it down a little bit at a time to go down the drain, but there's obviously something wrong, and I don't think it's organic at this point. And because I have a 4-year-old, I think it might be a toy train or Barbie or who knows what. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to remove the toilet and get down the drain, and we'll see what we can fish out of there. Sound like fun? So the first thing to do is shut off the water here at the water inlet, which will shut off the water to the tank, which I've already done here, and I just started making the video. So shuts off the water to the tank, and then flushed it a couple times to remove all the water from the bowl. And then I've just used a towel to kind of pull out the rest of the water from the tank so that it doesn't spill when I'm removing the tank. This will be the first step. The next step will be to remove the water inlet line from the valve here, and I'll use a adjustable wrench to do that. The next step is to remove the bolts that hold the tank to the pedestal. So, not to be confused with this bolt, which holds the seat to the pedestal, there should be 3 of these, 1 on each side, and then get to it, 1 in the back here. So we'll go ahead and remove those. You can see the tank is ready to pull off. Let's just pull it off, and I'll catch back up to you in a second because I need my other hand. And now that we have our tank removed, we need to remove the pedestal. And to do that, there are 2 bolts, 1 on each side. Mine have these little decorative covers on them, so you just get underneath these guys and pop them up like so, and it reveals our bolt. So we'll remove those 2 bolts, and then basically the pedestal will just pull up. Now you might have some grout or some caulking around the outside, which basically glues it in place, so you'll need to overcome that, and you'll probably need to reseal it. But that's pretty much all that's holding the toilet down to the floor here. And it turns out there was no spillage. Just took 1 heave hoe on the back side of the pedestal. I just grabbed right here and just yanked up. And what that tells me is the blockage is probably not in the pedestal itself, but it's down the hole. So as we look down the hole, you can see that it's dry. I don't see any blockages or anything. So that would tell me that it's probably not down the hole. If there was a blockage down the hole, we'd probably see standing water right here. So that means it's probably back in the pedestal. So let's inspect. We can double check that the blockage is not down the drain pipe by dumping some water down the drain here. And if it is blocked, this water will not run down smoothly. And I can even hear it. You probably can't see it well, but there's no standing water. So we definitely have a pedestal problem. Yikes. Here we go. Okay, I don't see anything here near the opening, so it's probably up in the plumbing, somewhere in here. So I've run this snake up and I've twisted onto something that is right here. And I can't touch it with my finger, but there's something definitely hard, and now the snake is hooked on that I'm trying to dislodge. I'm so excited to see what it is. All right, our first clue. Let's see if we can get to focus. So I got a core sample, and it looks like it's porous. It's sort of hard to the touch. It looks like a sponge maybe, but it's way harder than that. It feels like little rocks or something. So it could be shell, it could be sea life. I don't know. Let's dig further and find out. All right, this is what we've got going on. There is a piece of something. Here are the remnants or the little fragments of the piece that I've been able to pull out so far. They're like little stones or ceramic pieces of some sort. But there's a piece of that lodged right about here. If I try to get it from the bottom, it pushes up the tube. If I try to get it from the top, I can only get it to move about this far. I can't get it to move all the way down. So this little flimsy auger is not strong enough to push it any further, so I went to the store and I bought a larger, thicker auger. And I also bought one of these zip-it strips. So first thing I'm going to do is try to come from the bottom and grab it and see if I can pull it down. If not, I'll come from the top and try to push it down further and see if somehow we can get it close enough to the bottom where I can break it up and remove it. So you can hear it catching on the blockage. I can even hear it rattling in there. So I'm guessing this is the culprit. This is Piper. She's a vampire. But it's clean now. I've scratched up the bowl a little bit with the auger. But what ended up working was the auger pushing down from the top to lodge it all the way to the bottom, and then using a handy old hanger, a thick hanger with a bend in it, and here is what came out. You can see the auger digging down through it there. And now the moment of truth. Let's see if it worked. Yes. Thanks for viewing this episode of Josh's Garage. If you enjoyed what you watch or learned something, please subscribe, and I'll show you what I'm working on today. Thanks.